Welcome to another video from Gradelink websites. In this tutorial, we're going to go through how you can add links to a button grid. Now, button grids can exist throughout your website. They typically show up in places like the Documents and Links section on your My School page or your Parent Resource page. So here's an example right here of a button grid. It's a collection of buttons that are contained within a single module, and that each of one of them contains a submodule, which is a button. You may also see them in the header or possibly in the footer of your website. So here's another example. If we click Enable Visual Builder and we get it to load, then we can click into the header here, and we'll see that this module, when we hover over these two buttons, it's a single module, and clicking into the settings, this is called a pixel button grid settings. So the point of this is to learn how to change out a link on a button grid, whether it's a document or an actual link, and that'll be the whole tutorial. If we click on the settings icon after hovering over a button grid, then it'll open up the settings, and within that we can actually see there are the individual buttons here. They will be listed. You can add new buttons, you can duplicate buttons simply by hitting the duplicate button here. If you wish to edit the settings for an individual button, you can do so by clicking on the settings icon here. And this is where we would change out the link as well. So for instance, if we are changing out the link of the Support Us button, then we will edit the Support Us button within the button grid. And the admin label here is simply a designation only visible when you're editing the site. Button type, obviously you can have text or button, but the appearance of this would actually be determined under the design settings. For button settings, we want to click on that, and the button text is determined here. So if we wanted to change this to donate now, we can do so, and you can see the button changes, updated its text. For the button link, there's a couple ways you can put in a link. You can either paste in a link here, or you can use this dynamic content tool. So hovering over the field on the very right, and you should see a little blue icon show up that when you hover over it says use dynamic content. If you click on that, you'll be presented with a drop-down list. The most common ones that we use are page link and homepage link if you're linking to the homepage, or possibly a post link. We don't typically use media link even if we're linking to a PDF, simply because that kind of has a different functionality and the way it's implemented is not very clean. So if we're linking to a PDF, we would actually want to paste in the link to the PDF here on the button link, rather than using dynamic content. But if you're linking to another page on the site, you can use the dynamic link and click page link, and we can then click on this drop down and search for the donate, and here we have it. I'm going to change the text back to Support Us. We have the button link directed to page link. If you have a link that is going to another page on the website, you typically want, for usability, you usually want this to say same window. If you are linking out to a PDF or an external link, something outside of the website, then you want to change that to new window, just for usability. That way, if someone navigates to a PDF document and it opens up in their browser, or if they click on a link that goes to another web page, they won't lose. It'll open up a new tab rather than closing out the tab that they're currently on. So you don't want them to inadvertently leave your website and then have to click the back button to get there. Once we're done editing these settings, we can click on the green check mark it'll take us back to the grid settings, and we can click the green check mark again to save our changes. Another example here we'll give in this video is if you are linking out to a PDF. So for instance, on your documents and links, if we need to update the student parent handbook, that's a typical one. We're going to hover over the button grid, which as you can tell is a single module. Click on the settings icon and we'll see a list of all the buttons here that are contained, and as before, you can also duplicate these buttons if you need to add another one, and then go in and edit the duplicate to update the button text and the link. If you are changing out the link on an existing one, you would click on the settings icon, the admin label, that's visible again to the back end. This is the button text, and then the button link. So if we're updating this PDF link to a new handbook, we would typically, it's helpful to have another tab open in your browser with the media library. So the way you can open that is actually by right-clicking on the name of the school in the upper right-hand corner here, and it'll open up the backend. Then click on media to get to the media library. To add a new PDF file to the media library, click on Add New Media File and click Select Files, or you can drag and drop the file you wish in. Select the file and click Open. Once it uploads, you'll see it appear right here at the very top left as the most recent uploaded document, and you can then click into that document. So highlight the entire file URL, so you can double click on it, or you can click Copy URL to Clipboard. And once you've done that, navigate back over to your other tab where you had the button text settings open, and delete whatever is in the button link field, and then paste in the link that you just copied from the media library. The button link target, since we're linking to a PDF, it is highly recommended that you click New Window for the button link target. Click on the green check mark to save changes. It'll take you back to the grid settings, and click the green check mark again. And then to publish our changes, we're simply going to click on that purple button with the 3 horizontal white dots, click the green button to save, and publish our changes. And we now have a working, updated button link in our button grid. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please reach out to Gradelink website support with any additional questions.